Rachel, and today I'll be showing you guys how I make my chickpeas akara. So what you're going to need is you're going to need bell pepper, rodo, and onion, and you're going to blend it all in a blender. And then you're going to add your chickpea flour, other known as gram flour, and then you're going to blend that again. And then you're going to put it in a bowl, and you are going to get ready to fry it. And I like to add my grapeseed oil because grapeseed oil is healthy and it's not full of unhealthy fatty things that make you feel bloated, and just overall it's just really healthy. So I recommend using sea salt to season. It's really great, and it really is just overall just really good for you, because sea salt is one of the best salts. I don't recommend table salt because table salt has this just really disfeeling chemical taste to it, and you're just going to add a small amount, and you are just going to mix it up, and then you can turn on this and fry it. And make sure you don't fry it too much, because then it will end up being burnt too quickly, and you don't want that. So not too high.
Your oil.
And then you are going to add your oil. Just add a small amount, not too much, because you don't want greasiness in your food, because that is not healthy. That's enough. And then you're just going to wait for it to spread around. If you want, you can use a towel and move it around like this. Make sure you don't burn yourself. There. And you should let it sit enough so it is nice and heated up. So I recommend doing this, and if it's hot, if you can feel warm air, then it's probably end up ready so you can start frying. I recommend adding a small amount if it's not really thick. I recommend adding a small amount because small amounts are just overall just really good, because you'll be able to add more and more without having to take up the entire space. See? And you can add plenty. Just like so.
So why are you using the cast iron?
I recommend using cast iron because aluminum pots, if you heat up an aluminum pot with food in it, then all of the aluminum will sink into your food, and you don't want to be eating metal because it will end up going to your brain and it will discommunicate. It will lead to further chronic diseases, and you don't want that in your body. And cast iron does not add that because it's heavy, and if you add, you can see aluminum is very light, and iron is very good, and just it's overall just best for your cooking. Yeah, I'm gonna add just a few more, maybe like one or two. That should be enough on that side. Then one tiny one on this side. And you're gonna wait for all of them to set. And I recommend using glass, not using plastic, because plastic is overall just not what you want to use, because some plastics have BPA, lead, all of these toxins, all of these things that you don't want in your food, because plastic is overall just not good. And also, the difference between chickpeas and beans, because I know a lot of the African way to cook akara is mostly with a lot of oil and bean mixture, and I don't recommend making your food with beans because beans will make you feel bloated and will lead to other illnesses, and it's just not overall good. And beans is like 50% carbohydrates, maybe even more, and chickpeas is more protein, more alkaline for you, and acidity is not good for you because my mom even has water that is alkaline. Everything that you eat should be alkaline because if it's acidic, then it will lead to illnesses that you don't want in your body. So,
you want to check your beans, your chickpeas, akara, your favorite food.
and I know this doesn't really have anything to do with health, but I do recommend flipping like this, waiting for all the noises to go, and flipping. Because then none of the oil will splash, will go up on you, and you don't need oil in your face. And like so. Flip! That one didn't flip well.
It's okay. Thank you, Maya de Racheal.
And
so
also,
what are you going to eat this your healthy, lovely akara with? What's your favorite way of eating akara?
I know this is kind of a weird thing, but I just love eating it with just normally, or I decided that I might want to try something new today, so I want to add dun, 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 sea moss sauce.
Oh my god.
I made this myself. It is
What's that?
comprised with sea moss, my favorite peri-peri sauce, and also just a tiny bit of sea salt. It is very thick because I love just things that have texture with it and stuff like that. So I recommend flipping it again to see everything's well cooked, then putting it on the plate. Putting everything on it. And if this is all you want to eat, I recommend just getting a bit of kitchen towel and putting it on top of the food. I'm going to turn this off for a while so it's not wasting gas, and press it down so all of the oil will be soaked up.
And grapeseed oil is okay.
Yeah, but
so what do you want to say to everybody before you start frying?
I recommend having your kids learn to cook from an early age, because if you leave it too long, then when your kids go to college, then they'll be like, oh no, how will I cook? And they won't cook because they don't know how to, because we didn't take the time to teach them how. And they're going to end up eating McDonald's every morning, eating unhealthy food, KFC, all of this unhealthy fast food, Chinese, all this no. So instead of cooking their own homemade meals, and I recommend that for everyone to cook their homemade meals, do all of that, and yeah, basically. Bye!
See ya!